Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. First of all, I would like to apologize again because yes, I have some unexpected changes in my life lately that are preventing me from filming more, or at least as much as I would like to do. So for the moment, I'm trying to keep my favorites of the month, and yes, I hope I will be able to film more soon. So voila. So now let's jump to the good stuff. Let's jump to the fragrances. So we're gonna talk about the fragrances that I've been wearing the most and enjoying the most for the month of November. And the first one that I took with me because I had some holidays at the beginning of the month. So the first one is Anamcara by Dusita. So I've already been talking about this fragrance in my discoveries for the month of October. So this one, I found this format really practical. I hope they could be selling it because yes, they don't sell this format. This is only, I believe, something that they send for as goodies or they send for free to some reviewers, I believe. But I bought it from someone who didn't want it. Still, I really enjoyed this fragrance. It's quite potent. It's a wild florals, quite sweet. What I smell the most in this one is the tuberose and the orange blossom, and also something really citrusy in the opening, like orange or blood orange. And in its evolution, it's really changing a lot. I mean, what I have in the opening is completely different from the dry down, and in the end, it reminds me a bit of Baccarat Rouge 540. I have this woody, sweet aspect of this fragrance. So I don't know if it was something that Pissarra was looking for, but in the end, this is what I get with this fragrance. The performance of this fragrance are really great. The projection, the longevity are really, really great. So if this is something that you are looking for, yeah, just try this one. The second fragrance that I took with me, so it was also travel size. I don't know if you can see it, but it is Iris Dragées by Maison Lancôme. I don't know if they are still selling this format, but also I find it really practical. I don't remember, maybe it's 10 ml or something like that, or 15. I don't remember. I can't really see because it's really small. It's 14 ml. Okay, almost 15. So I find this really practical. So I hope they still sell it. I don't know. But I also have the big bottle of it. So maybe it's easier for you to see. Yes, to see the name. I will try to make an exception this time. Some people complain that it was sometimes quite difficult to understand the name of the fragrances that I pronounce because I have this French accent. Sorry for that, but I will try to put the fragrances I'm talking about in the description box this time, and I'm trying to do it for all my videos now. So this one, as the name suggests, of course, is an iris fragrance, but it's also a sweet iris fragrance because it has this note of almond, but like sugared almond. It has also some white floral, I believe, maybe some orange blossom, something like that. Yeah, this is what I get now. But usually I get the iris and the almond the most. And it's really soft and comforting and like a cashmere sweater, I would say. Yeah, it's something that I really, really enjoyed. And I was quite surprised. I took it to go see my mom on holidays, and she really enjoyed that one. She's really difficult with fragrances. Usually she wear only, I don't know, Chanel fragrances, or lately La Vie est Belle. She seemed to enjoy this one. And she really enjoyed Iris Dragées, so yeah, I was quite surprised. But this is a really good fragrance. And I find it perfect for the season. Even if it's not a loud fragrance, it's more like close to the skin. But it's really comforting, and when it's really cold outside, this is really something that I enjoy. So my next fragrance is also an iris fragrance, and it is Dioramour by Dior. So this one is also focused on the iris, but completely different. It's not sweet as in Iris Dragées. It's more powdery, or let's say, no, it's not more powdery. I would say Iris Dragées is powdery too, but there's the powderiness that's coming from the almond also in Iris Dragées, but here it's more coming from the floral notes, because I have iris, but I have also some other florals. I don't know, maybe like something like roses, or yeah, I get some rose also in Dioramour. And the powderiness, I believe, is coming from the rose and the iris, and I have some white florals too. So it's much more floral, I would say. and a bit green too. But it's really pretty. I'm keeping smelling it. So. Yeah, it's definitely not the kind of fragrance that I used to enjoy for the cold weather, but I don't know, I was really longing for this one. I was craving for it, so I'm wanting to wear it. So yeah, I really enjoyed that one. This is usually more the kind of fragrance that I wear for spring, but yeah, I really enjoyed it this month. Yeah, and sometimes I say that it's smelling like a hug from your mom, you know, this kind of comforting fragrance. This is the impression that I get from this one. My next fragrance is also an iris fragrance, but it is more focused on the violet, and it is the Virgin Violet by Gucci. So this one has this note of sweet violet, almost candied violet. Yeah, it reminds me of candied violet with iris and a hint of vanilla, I would say. It has something that reminds me a bit of Missia, so this maybe rose-violet combo. Yeah, and it's really, I don't know, comforting, like it's the kind of fragrances that's hugging you, I would say. So these three are really, you know, the same vibe to me. Like these are the kind of fragrances that I'm wearing when I need some comfort, and I believe, yes, this was the mood this month. So this was one day, yeah, that I really enjoyed too. So after that, it became a bit colder. So I was also looking for bolder fragrances, I would say, and also for the note of vanilla. And the vanilla that I also really enjoy is the Dior Addict. So this is the 2014 version. And so this is a white floral fragrance with some vanilla in the background. It smells quite green to me. So it's green, white florals and vanilla. Yeah, the greenness of the fragrance seems to come from the mandarin leaf, but to me it smells almost like lilies. You know, it has this green touch of the lilies, even if lilies is not listed in the notes for this one. So it has orange blossom and jasmine. So definitely this white floral fragrance, but it has also this creamy, beautiful vanilla in the background that I enjoy. And yeah, it's quite bold. It projects a lot. It's a really good fragrance also for the night. And I like it for spring because of the green aspect of the fragrance. But yeah, I don't know. I was really looking for it lately. So I wore it this month too. So my next fragrance, I believe you can guess what it is. It will come back again and again, I believe. So it is Shalimar Millésime Vanilla Planifolia. So the new release of Shalimar, yeah, the new version. I've already been talking a lot about this fragrance, and I've also been reviewing it. So yeah, you can check my review of this fragrance and my unboxing of it. Yeah, this is just a beautiful vanilla with this gorgeous, different kind of vanillas that you have here. Yeah, is it? I don't know, do I have to talk more about it? Because yeah, I feel like I'm just repeating myself each month talking about this one. But it has this lovely bergamot in the opening with the almond. You have also some rose, you have some, yeah, and definitely you get the vanilla in the middle of the fragrance. But what is quite surprising is that you get, vanilla is usually not that you have in the base of the fragrances, but here you smell it directly also in the opening. So it has different kind of vanilla. It has this tincture vanilla, and that is specificity from Guerlain. And you have also ethyl vanillin that they use a lot. Vanilla extract, and the specificity of this one is that they use the bio vanilla pods. Yeah, I just love it. It has this slightly leathery aspect in the vanilla, but it's not, you know, like a dark, dirty leather. It's more like feel. I don't know how to explain that, but I believe this is my fragrance of the night. I love to wear it during the day, but if I want to get something to go to bed, I'm just bringing it again. So yeah, and I took a travel size also for the holidays. Yeah, I just love it. I believe at some point, yeah, I really have to find a backup of this one. My next fragrance is also a Guerlain fragrance that screams fall to me. So it is Lui. It is pretty new in my collection. I've been wanting this for a while, and I found it at a good price. I'm really happy about that, because yeah, now I believe you can find it in the new collection as what's the name? Œillet something? Pourpre d'œillet. Yeah, I believe that's the name. Okay, I'm gonna put it on the screen if it's not that, but yeah. So yeah, what I get the most in this one is the carnation and the benzoin, and this beautiful vanilla with the slightly, with this leathery touch. It's really beautiful, completely unisex. It's also close to the skin. I would say like the Shalimar one. It's not projecting a lot, but it's really pleasing. Like you are wearing this fragrance for yourself, but yeah, usually I wear fragrance for myself and not the other ones, but I really like this one. It's a little bit vintage, I would say, because of the carnation maybe, but still, I really love that one. My next fragrance is also a fragrance by Guerlain. What a surprise! And it is Tonka Imperial. Okay, let me put it on the other side, maybe. Up, yes. So this is in the new bottle. I get it also for a really good price, so I jumped on it because I've been wanting it for a long time. So what I get in this one is definitely, of course, the tonka beans and the almond. These are, to me, the most important note in this fragrance. The almond note is really beautiful. It smells typically like Guerlain fragrance. And to me, I thought it was a bit spicy. It has some spices in it, but I read the description of the list of the notes, and I saw that rosemary was listed for this one. And yes, definitely I can pick the rosemary in the opening. I believe this is what I get as a spice, but it's more something aromatic. I get a bit of tobacco too, but it's not overpowering, I would say. It's definitely more about the tonka beans and the almond. Necessarily some floral notes here, but yeah, I have almond and tonka. Basically, this is what I get. A bit woody, and that's it. But it's just beautiful. I enjoy it too, and yeah, I heard that it's often compared to Fève Délicieuse, but I don't know. I don't really care for Fève Délicieuse. Maybe I should try it a bit more for fall or winter. I believe it would be better for this season. And yeah, I just love this one. So I don't know. For me, Fève Délicieuse was a good one. Was a like, but was not a love. So this is why I have this one and not Fève Délicieuse. Maybe I would change my mind. I don't know. But still, for the moment, this is one that I'm really looking for. My next one is a bold rose fragrance. And it is Spice Must Flow by Etat Libre d'Orange. So this one, yeah, of course, as the name suggests, is the spicy fragrance. It's the spicy rose. So if you love ginger, cardamom, and rose combo, I think you should try this one. Not unique, but really well made, really well blended. Yeah, quite strong, quite bold for this period. It has a good longevity, good projection, so I think it's perfect. So for this period of the year, if I could pick only 3 rose fragrance, I would say, without oud, I think I would choose Spice Must Flow, Radical Rose, and Promise by Frédéric Malle. I think this would be my 3 picks for this period. So this is definitely the kind of rose I'm looking for at that period of the year. And yeah, it's really nice. My next fragrance is an amber fragrance. It's a creation by Jean-Claude Helena, and it is L'Eau d'Ambre Extrême by l'Artisan Parfumeur. So yes, as the name suggests, it is an amber fragrance. It is quite spicy. I have something peppery in this one. So I have, yes, lots of pepper, amber, and I would say vanilla is the most dominant note in this amber accord. And it's really pretty, completely unisex, pretty simple, I would say. It smells... I think like it sounds bad to say it smells simple, but it's not a bad thing. I mean, if it's well made, for me, simple is good. So, yeah, and Jean-Claude Helena is really well known for making, I would say, simplistic or simple fragrance, but not in a bad way. Yeah, to me, sometimes minimalistic fragrances or simple fragrances can be really good if it's well blended or well made, or if you have, I don't know, good quality of ingredients. And to me here, it's definitely the case. This is one that I really, really enjoy. It's a warm fragrance. It's really comforting, and but it's quite bold at the same time. But not too bold. It's not the kind of amber that's in your face, but still really pleasing and comforting. I really like this one. It's like golden juice. Yeah, this golden juice is really representing the scent, I think. This is exactly what what I would pick to represent this scent. My next fragrance is a fragrance by Maison Margiela, and it is Whispers in the Library. So I've watched Claire from Smurfy Girly talking about this fragrance, and I remembered I had it, so I wanted to try it again. And yes, this is exactly what I remembered of it. It has this, it's really woody, a bit peppery, I would say. Also, it's a vanilla fragrance, a woody vanilla fragrance, but somehow it reminds me of the smell of paper, the smell of books, and wax at the same time. Like when you have this newly, can you say that, newly waxed furniture? So you've put some wax on your furniture and you have this smell. So yeah, this is what it reminds me of. So I made some space because I think I need more space here. And my next fragrance is a fragrance by Penhaligon, and it is the Bewitching Yasmine. So I remember this is one of the fragrances that I wore the most for the months of December, maybe last year. And still, this is a period that I'm really longing for. This one. So I remember last year, to me, it was almost a gourmand fragrance, really loud and bold and spicy. So I still get the spices this year, but to me, it's a bit less gourmand. I don't know if it's my nose that's evolving, or maybe the fragrance, I believe, is evolving too. So what I get is still the cardamom. I get a lot. Maybe a bit less the coffee now. The coffee note is a bit less prominent to me now. And I still get this slightly, this note of fur, but a bit less, I would say, still. And now I have, what I get the most is the incense in this fragrance. So I still get the vanilla and the oud behind, but the incense is what is getting more and more dominant, I would say, as time goes by. I mean, as this fragrance is evolving, because of course the fragrances are evolving, even if I'm conserving, I hope, them really well in their boxes and away from the daylight. But still, I found it more intensely than when I bought it. And I still have this, this jasmine also behind, but it's not the most important note in this one. So this is a strong fragrance, and I really enjoyed it for this month. I feel really confident, I would say, when I'm wearing this one. And yeah, I really like it. So after that, I had after this period for bold fragrances, I would say I had a period for maybe more floral, comforting, moody fragrances. So a lot of Guerlain in these ones. And the first one is Météorite by Guerlain. So I was surprised too, because this is usually one that I'm looking for spring. It is a fruity violet fragrance, quite green, and it has also some notes of rose and mimosa. So yeah, this is definitely something that I can pick up. And after that, it's a bit musky, I would say, in the background, but that's all. After that, I don't know. I don't really know what's in this fragrance. But I remembered when I discovered this fragrance, I believe it was when I bought my bottle of Neroli Outre Noir. They sprayed my parcel with this fragrance, and I kept smelling my parcel, thinking, "Oh my God, it smells really nice. I really like this. This fragrance smells like violet, but I know the violet fragrances by Guerlain, but it doesn't remind me of something I've already smelled." And I came back and asked the girl, and she told me, she was spraying all the parcels, the packages with this fragrance. So I bought it also. And this is not one that I'm wearing a lot because it has really poor performance. This is the bad aspect, I would say, of this fragrance. They said a parfum, so it's supposed to be eau de parfum, I believe, but it smells more like an eau de toilette to me. It's really light, and it doesn't have a good longevity at all, which is a pity because I really like it. And yeah, this is the kind of fragrance that I like to wear for Sundays, for example, something light and just happy. And yeah, it's a happy violet. It's not a melancholic violet. This is really a happy one because of this fruity note of apple, I would say, in the opening. But yeah, I really like that one. So after this one, this happy violet, I would say, so I had a period also for the melancholic violet. And yeah, for me, this melancholic violet is L'heure bleue. So this is the eau de toilette. I prefer this version. And yeah, this one is really special. This is really strange because I remember the first time I smelled this fragrance, I really disliked it. I thought it was really not something for me, really too vintage, maybe smelling like a grandma, you know what I mean. So, but you know, smelling like a grandma to me is not a bad thing. Grandma can smell really great too. And yeah, this one is really melancholic. I really need to be in the mood to wear this one. It smells like a cloudy weather, you see. So it has the note of iris. This is what I get the most with the carnation and the violet. And also a bit of anise in the opening, which is carnation and anise are notes that are really bringing this vintage aspect to a fragrance to me. And yeah, it smells like nostalgia and sadness in a bottle. It may not sounds great, but you know, sometimes you need this kind of fragrances in your life, like you're having a bad day or you're having a bad period, and this is something that at that moment is really helping, I believe. I hope you can understand what I'm trying to say, but yeah. This is not the kind of fragrances that you wear for happy days or when you're having a bad period, a good period in your life, but sometimes you just need the comfort of L'heure bleue, and yeah, that was that was the case for me this month, so I wore it a lot. Okay, so after that, I had also a moment where I wanted to just smell like myself. I don't know if it makes sense also, but and to me, the fragrance that makes me really think like, really feel like I'm myself and smelling like myself is Mademoiselle Guerlain, which is one of my favorite fragrances. And yeah, this is a green fragrance, but a green orange blossom and iris. Yeah, it has also some violet leaves, a little bit of marshmallow that's bringing this sweetness to the fragrance. But yeah, I really love the green opening with the galbanum and the citruses. I don't know exactly which ones, but... And it has a beautiful vanilla also behind. So, yes, really, really pretty. Unfortunately discontinued. I don't understand why, but I hope they will bring it back. Of course they will bring it back one day. But in the meantime, I still have enough, I believe. So I hope I won't finish it before it's coming back, but... Yeah, it's also a great fragrance for spring, not necessarily a good one for fall and winter, because it doesn't have a great performance in this cold weather. But yeah, I don't know, this is really one that's comforting me and makes me feel like I'm myself again. I don't know, so this is one that I've been longing for and I've been wearing this month. So as you understood, my next fragrance is also a Guerlain fragrance, and it is Shalimar, but this is the version initial, the first one. And it smells also a bit vintage, I would say, because of this iris musky combo. So, but it smells really elegant also to me. It smells a bit vintage, but it smells really elegant with the iris. You have this specific citrus opening that you get in the Shalimar fragrances. You have the iris. A hint of rose that I get also, but it's quite strong, and you have also this beautiful vanilla behind, and it's a bit musky also to my nose. So after that, yeah, I don't know, this is what I get, but this is a comforting, elegant version of Shalimar. without being too strong and too vintagey. I would say it's yeah, it's slightly vintage, but less vintage than the original Shalimar that I cannot wear myself. But really like this one. Thinking like I could wear it right now. And for this weather, I think it's really good. Like half season for this one is really the best moment for me to wear it. Like for spring and for fall. Really great. I love many versions of Shalimar, and for me this one is a good one for fall. So my next fragrance is a fragrance by Maison Lancôme, and it is Tuberose Castane. So this is one of my favorite fragrances for fall. I just love this one. I could wear it, I believe, every day during the fall season. And so it's tuberose with chestnut and some tonka beans behind. It's really delicious. It's really pretty, creamy, sweet, gourmand, really lovely. I just, yeah, I see myself walking in the forest with this, yes, with the chestnut, with the leaves of the tree changing colors. And this is one that I love to spray on my scarf, on my coat, and I love to smell it after that, because it stays really long on the clothes. Like I could still smell it like 2 or 3 weeks after that if I spray it on my scarf. Just love this one. Yeah, I think if I could choose only one for fall, this is the one that I would pick. And yeah, love that one. So the last fragrance I'm going to talk about, so I don't have any discoveries, I would say, of the month, because I was not at all in the mood for trying new fragrances this month. And but there is one fragrance that I've been wanting for a long time and was one of my unicorn, I would say, and I was able to pick it at a good price in the end. So I picked Fille en aiguilles by Serge Lutens. So this is the gratte-ciel bottle. Oh, yeah, it's really huge. Let's put it here. You can't even see it. Yeah. So I'm not fond of these new bottles, but I was not able to find the older one. So basically, Fille en aiguilles is woody, incensey smell. Yeah. It's quite hard to describe, but to me it smells like a place I know in the south of France. You have a small place where I like to go with my parents to have a walk in the forest. And it's a pine trees forest, I would say, place. And it's around an Orthodox church. So it's a place where people can go to have a retreat, a spiritual retreat. So you have this mix of scents between the pines, the pine trees, the sap of the trees. You have this incense maybe coming from the churches and from this Orthodox church and the little wooded chapels around it. So, and you have also this slightly aromatic notes that reminds me also of the herbs that you have in this place. So this is really something that brings me back to this place, and it's a really specific scent, I would say. It doesn't smell like a perfume or like a it doesn't smell like a perfume. It really smells like a place, but I really like to travel to that place, and this is also what I enjoy in fragrances, is that they make you travel in time and to places that you want to go back, and this is the case for me in Fille en aiguilles. And yeah, I really enjoy this fragrance. It has also a note of dried fruit, so I don't know, I would say maybe something plummy or yeah, and in a way, it smells also like a Christmas in a bottle to me. Maybe because of this pine, because of these pine notes and the incense that reminds me of church. So yeah, it could be also a good Christmas scent. And it's the perfect period also of the year to wear it. So, and I'm really happy I was able to find it. So it's definitely one of my unicorn that it's finally mine. So I'm really glad about that. So voila, these were my fragrances for the month. I hope you enjoy them. Tell me what you've been wearing for the month of November, and I hope to see you soon in my next video. Bye!